Hey everyone, this is Ian with AlphaCars and Motorcycles. Today I've got an awesome project to share with you. This is a brand new 2023 Royal Enfield Continental GT650. It's in the beautiful British Racing Green colorway. And behind me on this shelf, I have a bunch of brand new shiny parts. So if you can kind of put the two and two together, we're about to embark on an awesome project. We're going to turn this into a cafe racer. So we're calling this our cafe racer package. So if you contact us at AlphaCars, we can build you a brand new retro looking machine, already having that cafe racer style that we all love. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button. There's a button in the bottom right of your screen. Just click on that and then you'll be subscribed and you won't miss the daily motoring content that we try to give you. So now let's take a look at this Continental and we'll start by going over all these shiny new parts behind me. So now that I've got the camera in hand, you may have noticed the Continental, it is missing a few pieces. We have already started to work on it just a little. We can see a side cover there is missing, a bar end is missing, and we have the headlight bucket out of it, which is actually on my workbench right here. So there that is. But now we have all of these exciting parts that we're about to just show you real quick. Starting from the right, I'll work my way to the left. We have a set of heated grips. You see they have a 5-stage controller. Check out our specific video on these and check out the listing on our e-store. Those work awesome. We've used this specific pair for years. We have a headlight rock guard, direct drop-in LED bulb replacement. Really makes a huge difference with the light output for the low beam and high beam. We have adjustable levers, so our clutch and front brake lever. Any bike I get, this is like one of the first things I do because I love having that adjustability with how far the reach is. That really makes a huge difference with how comfortable you are on the machine and your ability to control it. We have these Royal Enfield compact engine guards. So they're going to offer some discreet and sleek protection. We have this really nifty and a very high quality, I may mention, all aluminum housing. This is a USB charger. It does have the fast charge capability. We can see 2.1 amps, and it's a dual port there, and it has a nice cover to keep it watertight. And of course, a very high quality mounting bracket for that. We have a bullet parking brake. This replaces the banjo bolt in the front master cylinder. So that's just a way to keep the machine secure if it's parked. We have a 2-in-1 exhaust system for it. We will get some afters of the sound of this and the looks. We have bar end mirrors, Royal Enfield branded, all very high quality. We have a performance air filter. We recommend doing that with this exhaust system. No mappings required, no engine tuning, but there are proven gains with this exhaust system and air filter. We have a little windscreen, more like a fly screen for protecting from getting bugs on your face when you're riding, and of course the high quality brackets that come with it. And one of my favorite things, we have this single rider seat. We can see the sculpted look here in the factory color cowling to go on the back. So all very, very exciting. And now you'll get to see some of the installation process, and stay tuned for a full overview and ride of this machine once it's completed. The technician's moving right along on our cafe racer build. You can see we've got some various parts and tools out on his workbench here. So checking over the Continental, we've got the adjustable levers on here. He's in the middle of the heated grip installation. He's got those laid out, ready to go there. We see we've got the paint protection cover, so that the tank will still look factory fresh. You can see this awesome 2-in-1 exhaust is it's loosely fitted, but still needs to have some final adjustments made. In our color match cowling, which you can get this right on our e-store, so definitely check that out. Color match cowling with that cafe style kind of swooped seat. It's really just all coming along, and I just wanted to give you a quick update on that. You can see our factory exhaust here laid out on the ground, our factory levers, and it's a considerable weight savings. I'll put it up on the screen for you. Very, very considerable weight savings going to this 2-in-1 system as well. Welcome to the part we've all been waiting for. The Continental GT is all done. Our cafe-inspired build on it. Everything's been installed, everything's completed. Last time you saw this bike, it was partially disassembled. So now I've got it in one of our Boxborough showrooms, so I can give you a close look at everything. But already, just look at this bike. We've got the 2-in-1 exhaust, the compact engine guards. Up here we've got the bar and mirrors, heated grips, adjustable levers, and really the list goes on. So now I'm going to grab the camera and give you a detailed rundown and close-up shots of all of these beautiful parts we put on this machine. So now with the camera in hand, I'm going to go over all of the accessories we have installed on this Continental. But first, just check this thing out. I just cannot stop admiring this machine. I think it's a great build, a great list of parts that we put together on this. So first off, starting at our seat, we have the Royal Enfield cafe style seat with the single cowl on the back. And we can see it is color matched, and you can buy this right from our store. All these parts you can get right from our store, but Royal Enfield sells this piece already painted, already color matched to all the colors you can get on these machines. So, and they're a great price too. It's a great value to have already a painted component in the factory color. I have ridden on this seat, and it is very comfortable. And this swoop, additional kind of raised back there, when you do kind of want to tuck and do some sportier riding, that does give great support as well, I will mention. Now checking out the rear swing arm, we do have spools installed. So you can see right here, put my finger on there. Our track stand or paddock stand, what you may want to call it, we just have these universal adapters that just pick up the swing arm because we use these for a lot of different bikes. But these spools make it very easy to lift up the rear of the bike with a track stand that has those adapters on it. It's quick and easy to do by yourself, and that's why we put those on this bike, so you can get the rear up in the air quick and easy for maintenance and just storing it, because the Continental, they don't have center stands from the factory. Checking out the Tech Bike Parts 2-in-1 Stinger exhaust. This thing is sweet. I know if I was going to purchase a Continental or an Interceptor, that's probably one of the first things I would do. This thing sounds mean, and it's really a work of art. The fitment is awesome. And right now it has the baffle in. It's a removable baffle. There's just like a C-clip, or whatever the technical name is. Just a clip right here that you just squeeze with some special pliers. And then this just slides right out if you want to unlock all the noise, so to speak. But with the silencer in, when it cold starts and idles, it is very civilized and it's not too loud. Like, I wouldn't feel bad about starting this in the morning, having neighbors. But then when you get on it, it really unleashes when you're on the open road. So I do like that aspect of it with the silencer in. And we do have a specific video just going over this exhaust and even a sound comparison with the baffle in, with the baffle out, and all versus a stock machine. So if you want to learn more about this exhaust, check out that video. It's going to pop up on your screen right now. We have the Royal Enfield compact engine guards. These are in this nice matte black, and we can even see plenty of clearance with the 2-in-1 exhaust. So then it's still, you can see how it sticks out right there. They are compact, as they say, and I think they look nice. They're very discreet, but they're also going to give you a little bit of protection if, unfortunately, the bike tipped over. So then it's going to be resting on that engine guard and not the engine itself or part of the exhaust. Now moving our way to the cockpit, we've got the heated grips on it with a heated grip controller. We made a custom bracket that mounts onto the kind of lever, clutch lever assembly here. So let me get a better camera angle for you. So we made, like I said, a custom bracket for this to mount here. It's bolted directly. You know, there's no like double-sided tape or any, you know, anything that could come loose or that may rattle around. It's very solid, and if we look, it's a quick reach to be able to turn those on and off. And we can see we have the throttle grip here with our cable routed very cleanly into the stock harness area, but it clears the factory throttle cables and the starter switch. Clears all that very nicely. That's just a note too, if you're ever installing heated grips, just make sure the wire doesn't snag on anything or hit anything, because that could really be a safety issue if the throttle got stuck. We have the Royal Enfield bar end mirrors. I think these look awesome. And once again, they're almost like a work of art with how they're machined and the powder coating on them as well. It's a very high quality job, and we've got the Royal Enfield branding on there. We have adjustable levers. Once again, I may mention all this is available on our online store. It can all be shipped to your door, so definitely check out the link to that. But adjustable levers where we can adjust the reach of them. We can move them farther in or farther out depending on our style of riding or maybe our preference with how far we'd like to reach for those. We have the Royal Enfield short fly screen. This is tinted in black. I think it looks really nice. I mean, obviously, I think the whole bike looks really nice, but I really like that addition to it because this kind of chrome stainless steel, it's a stainless steel, brushed stainless steel, not really chrome. But I think it just ties in maybe the stainless steel aspects of the bike, and then also the tinted black ties in the rest of it, the kind of color scheme. And then we have the bullet parking brake. So this is pretty much a two-handed thing, but all you do is you squeeze the brake lever and push this in, and it locks the hydraulic pressure into the line and caliper. So it acts as a parking brake. We commonly will put these on Urals, but we have the correct size for the banjo bolt on the Royal Enfields. So these are really cool with people using them on Urals. Tons of good reviews on them because they don't require adjustment over time. You just install it, bleed the front brake if needed, and then that's it. And it's a great way just to ensure, the bike's not gonna roll away or have that little bit of extra protection if someone maybe had like an ill intent with trying to move your bike. So, like I said, you just squeeze it in and push in this little plunger, and then you would just squeeze it again to release it. So just a very cool piece of design and engineering there. And I almost overlooked it, but the Royal Enfield headlight rock guard, I love the look this adds to the bike, and you can even see the machining, these little holes in this bracket to save weight and just add some kind of style to it. I may mention the powder coating is very thick on this, and even the gauge of this kind of mesh, it might look kind of thin on camera, but it is very thick, and you push on it and it doesn't bend. So these hold up great, and they offer great protection. If something did, kick up, I'd rather have it hit that than damage the headlight of the machine. And if we look through our blinker cover, you might be able to tell it doesn't look like a halogen in there. You can kind of see some LEDs. That's because we installed a full LED kit on this bike for the blinkers and the rear tail light. So, and the headlight as well. So if I put on our blinker, we can see it blinks at the proper speed. It's not blinking too fast or anything. Blinks at the proper speed, and it's nice and bright. And I do like the look of LEDs, how they have that crisp on and off. They don't kind of warm up and then kind of take a second to fade out like a halogen would. And then we have the H4 LED headlight bulb as well. This thing, see, that's high beam, that's low beam. This makes a massive difference with the light output. We can see it's perfectly light in our showroom, but putting this on, switching between low and high, makes a huge difference. And there's plenty of good reviews You can check out on our e-store as well with people saying the same thing. And we have our taillight with the LED in it as well. So we can see instantly lights up there with the brake, and it's going to be very bright and gets people's attention, which is what we want on a motorcycle. And I will point it out, you can see these are where the original mirrors went. I did just realize we did forget before I took the bike for the video. We are going to put little caps in there, little black caps. So we would do the same if we were going to build this for somebody, because that would be the finishing touch. I've personally had bikes before where I've done the bar end mirrors and capped these off. And once you cap them off with the right caps that are nice and flush, you don't even realize there are even mounts there. It looks like it came that way from the factory. So I did just want to point that out, that is really the finishing touch that will be done on this stunning Continental. And I do have a cheat sheet in my hand. I have a list put together of everything installed, and I did overlook two things on this bike. So I apologize, I'm showing you these now towards the end. But we have a dual USB charger installed. Now look at that location, very discreet. It's going to stay out of the elements. You know, if you happen to hit some rain or you know, tall winds or whatever, your cords and this charger is going to be out of it because everything is going to be kind of being deflected by the front of the bike. And we can see the two ports there, and they do have fast charge capabilities. It is up to the modern standards. And if we look at how it mounts, it clamps onto the top of the fork tube. This whole bracket and the body of the charger itself, adapter, everything is aluminum. It's very high quality, and I believe I did show you that towards the beginning of this video when it was on the workbench. And something that we can't see that's hiding behind those side covers, we do have a high flow air filter that is washable and reusable, and it does add some good kind of growl to that intake noise as well. And with the high flow intake air filter, with this 2-in-1 exhaust, there are dyno sheets you can find online. There are a little bit of proven gains with this combination, so that is all very exciting. And before I give my final comments on this video, I have a treat for you guys. I'm gonna take this Royal Enfield outside, and we're gonna hear that awesome 2-in-1 exhaust really let this 650cc parallel twin sing. Thanks for watching this video on our cafe style Continental GT650. Of course, it's already a cafe style bike, but we just furthered that with all these additional accessories and components. So if you want something like this, definitely give us a call, 978-263-9000, and we'd be happy to build a bike like this for you, right off the showroom floor. So it's a brand new machine that gives you that retro look with a modern feel, though, with all the modern components and design on these bikes. But this has been Ian reporting from our Boxborough showroom. Please don't forget to like this video and hit the subscribe button so then you don't miss the latest and greatest cars, bikes, and accessories we have here at AlphaCars.